Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Welcome back to Clubs Master Return Diamond 347 LP. We're in mid lane. I'm going to ban Twitch. Again, he's just my go-to ban at the moment, because anytime I don't ban it, there's always a Twitch jungle on the enemy team, and I just can't be bothered. I'm fairly comfortable playing against them, but my team always feeds them. So I was like, screw that, get rid of the cheese pick, and we can just have a relatively standard game. I will say this video is sponsored by U.GG, so it's a great tool that if you're learning the game or you just want to confirm what you're doing is really good, you can use it. It's linked down below, and I will take you guys through it when we get into or after the Champion Select. So yeah, but I'll be using it in Champion Select to help me kind of decide what am I gonna do. And I'm blind picking, so I'm thinking Galio, because Galio right now is a little bit strong, you could say, and also he can lane versus pretty much anything. More or less. So, as long as it's not like a cheese vein pick, I think we'll be fine. Right, so, sorcery. So I'm going off what U.GG recommends, and what we'll do is that's the standard. We'll see what we're against, and then I'll change the filters on U.GG to what, like, the new matchup's going to be. That's what I'd recommend anyway. So there's the Mordekaiser that a lot of people are telling me it's really strong. Again, it's only strong, I think, if you're not really thinking about how you're playing versus a Mordekaiser. But that's why he's strong, is because majority of League players don't think while they play. They just play. So, yeah. Tempted just to go standard. I never use standards. Debonair is probably my favourite Galio skin, to be honest. Screw it, let's go Debonair. Sum's Vein. Like, that's an interesting choice of summoner spells. Alright, so we don't exactly know who we're against, to be honest. Are people playing Mordekaiser mid? I don't think so, right? It's top lane, I think? You was playing Nunu. Oh, they were trolling on Nunu. That's a great sign. Right. Cho'Gath versus Mord. It could work because Mordekaiser's really immobile, and that's what again, I don't rate Cho'Gath because it's so easy to dodge his stuff, but you can't. Mordekaiser can't really dodge stuff. Right, looks like we might be against a Mouse. So again, if he locks it in, I'll change the filters on U.GG, which I'll show you how to do after the Champion Select, and we'll see if it recommends me to do anything different. And I'm confused. Urgot mate, like it could be Urgot mid because it's like, oh god, more like you know, Galio's really strong. It doesn't recommend me to do anything different by the looks of it, so we're fine. So yeah, it could be an Urgot mid to try and counter the Galio, because maybe that's a counter. I'm not really sure. But yeah, without much further ado, let's get into it. We're playing Galio in the mid lane. Alright, welcome to U.GG. So upon clicking the link in the description, it'll take you to this page. Today, obviously, we're playing Galio, and I will say, it also looks like we're against a Mord, not a Urgot, so, you know, that's a thing. So it takes you to this page, it gives you all the basic information that you're mainly going to need to play the champion. But again, what I'd recommend doing is when you know you're against a certain champion, is you change the filter. So we're against a Mordekaiser, so change the filter to Mordekaiser, and it'll let you know if you wanted to do anything different. Luckily for me, it hasn't. I've got the same runes, I've got the same everything, so that's completely fine. But when you're learning a champion, again, a good thing to do is look what pros are building in solo queue. These aren't pro games, these are solo queue games that pros are in. And then also the counter list. So Galio, if you click over here, I'd recommend to click View All. And then you can sort by the win rate up here. So if you click the win rate, it'll go either from the highest or the lowest. So Galio's best matchup is Akali. His worst matchup apparently is Pyke mid. So that's a great tool just to learn if your champion is instantly strong or weak to a champion. What I guess we can do is find Mordekaiser, who potentially, by the way, isn't even in this list. He's not in this list. Why? Because there's just not enough data. The Mordekaiser's not played mid, so it just doesn't have the data for it. That's not U.GG's fault. This guy's playing Mord mid, which you don't really see. But anyway, check it out. Link down below. If you do that, it supports the channel. What I'd recommend doing is if you do like the site, you use it often, bookmark my link. So every single time you use your bookmark to go on U.GG, they know you're coming from me. But anyway, that's going to be it. Let's get to the game we're playing. Well, we're already in the game, so we can kind of start straight away. Hello. Right. I'll also say the ratings in momentarily. Should be 3 kills in mid. Again, my CC with taunting and melee Mordekaiser, and he's relatively an auto push champion, should be pretty free. Alright, so the ratings of the game, it's a Diamond 3 game all around, apart from one Diamond 2, which is the Urgot. So the MMR is climbing on my main account. Okay. They travel as a herd. Alright, so yeah, the person we're against is this guy. He's got no Mord games, but remember, that means he hasn't played Mord last season. Has he played any Mord in preseason? He's played it. Oh, wow. He's played 7 games of Mordekaiser in preseason. He's got a 100% win rate. He hasn't lost on Mordekaiser in preseason. Also, Ezra's got teleport. Didn't that strategy die? I'm a little bit... Oh. So I am against this guy. It's like the enemy team can't make up their mind what they want to do. Okay. Where's Mord? Is it like a weird strategy right now that's like... Okay, there he is. I was like, he's got 1 farm, by the way. Did he get like a jungle camp creep? I don't know. Alright, so we got Mr. Krabs against us. I don't think that's that bad, to be honest. Because Galio is just really strong in general right now. Again, Galio used to thrive against AP mages, where I think he just thrives against everything now, so... Yeah. Mord funnel? Well, this isn't funnel. No way, with their comp. I didn't look into how much games this Galio's Urgot's got. I'll have to do that in a second. Nice. Nice. ×9 that guy straight away. Alright, so this guy on Urgot has got 1 game of Urgot last season with also winning it. But how has he played any Urgot in preseason? Again, I really... Nice. That was really good. I am missing farm for the potential of getting a kill.
Do I get to crush that? Oh, please say yes.
That was a small chance. Okay, we stopped Shyvana. We even got her flash for free. Not bad. I missed 4 farm deficit right now, so that's not even that bad. Come here, Kane. This guy's overextended like nuts. That's fine. Pretty good. Not a bad start. Oh my god. Alright, if you look up that guy's profile, this Urgot, he's only been playing Galio. I'm not even kidding. He legit has only been playing Galio this preseason. And I took Galio. I do this too often. I keep taking one-tricks champs. Literally, like today, he's played 4 games or whatever. All 4 were Galio. Oh, that's funny. We did it with the Z the other day. And now I did it to this guy. Huz the KS? No, it wouldn't be KS. CS King. And I'm not meaning creep score, I'm meaning champion stealer. Yeah, what's that meme, like, you know, the steal your girl meme? I don't steal your girl, I steal your champ. Alright, oh, I didn't swap those. So neither top lane have gone back yet, which also means they're kind of weak. So a gank now could actually go a long way in top lane, surprisingly.
Which way's the
Nice. Chunk. Chunk. Hit that W. Ah! That's probably worth it, to be honest. How is she still level 3? She's level 4 now, but wow. Cal Echo 81, thanks so much, man.
It's Punch O'Clock.
Did Galio legit just say it's Punch O'Clock? White Mystics. Thanks, man. Again, appreciate any subs this month especially. Thanks for all the support of everyone. Why is Maud so broken? I don't really think he's broken. Again, Maud is... the only thing I admit is Maud is annoying to deal with in a 1v1 because he's got a shield and constant pushing power. Yeah, that's annoying, but... Cho'Gath, in theory, is going to be more useful than Maud if he just lands CC in team fights. And if Kayn actually decides he wants to gank the Cho'Gath, it should be pretty easy kills. So... yeah. Again, maybe I just never have come across a good Maud recently, but I just still don't rate that at all. It's still a one-dimensional champion playstyle that should be easily counterable. To me, it'd be the equivalent of people saying that, like, Pantheon is overpowered, and it's like, right. First time catching you live, create a Twitch account, just support the great content. Oh, wow, thanks. That means a lot. Stop it! The enemy team keep overextending that bot lane. They must not be warding. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh, tower! That was so close! I forgot he had spellbook. My bad. Woo! Oh my god, dude, I thought Galio just evolved. What just happened? It was Kayn. Okay, surviving that was, like, very good. Yeah, he'd be a bit salty about that one, for sure. Again, I should be able to, like, gank this guy. Ooh. Go! 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 Why? I didn't even get an assist. Damn it, I'm taking that farm. Come on! I'm just now down on farm now by quite a bit. That's a very weird interaction. Kill him! They're really predictable, huh? What is going on?
I love walking. It sounds like thunder.
That missed. Kane! Why did he run away so much? He went to the hills, man. He was like, I'm gone. I'm Lon John Silver gone, man. Like, where you going? Come back. Oh, I was left. And also Mordekaiser had a nice jog, I guess. I'm just going to teleport to mid. I don't know, Treasure Island, both of them came in my mind. I think we can all universally agree. I'm just going to say that you guys agree. Is that okay? That's fine, right? That the best version of Treasure Island is the Muppet one. Everyone agree? Thank you. That was my TED talk. Wow, this is a GG. G! Back off. Again, people think when I say that I'm saying a naughty word. I'm not. I'm saying back off. Not saying anything bad. Nope. Back off. Huzzy with 50% deaths on my team. I know I'm feeding.
I am not going back on the fence.
Uh-oh! Cho'Gath decided to fight him. Again, another theory that I've got. If you just don't want to fight a Mord, he can't do anything about it. Because he's melee. And he's got no CC. Not hard CC. So it's like, just don't be near him, and then the champion, in theory, can't do anything, right? I don't know. Again, I must just not be getting why people think that champion is strong. Oh, look, he's broken. Wait a minute. So, yeah, I don't know. Again, I know he's annoying to deal with in the 1v1. I'll admit that. But if you just don't feed him, like Cho'Gath has stayed relatively near the farm, he's not fed him, and then both times at Mord's side, he just waited for his jungler. That's fine. A broken champion would, like, kill people regardless of that lane. And he hasn't. And I don't think he would be able to.
So, what do you people do?
And also, Ven got very fed. Again, you should prioritize dragons quite highly when there's a Shyvana in the game. Because remember, her passive is directly associated with dragons. The more dragons she gets, the more something she gets. I think it's resistances. That... Okay, that's a really weird interaction between these two champions. He abuses the shield bash rune. Yeah, but you only abuse it if you fight him. If you don't fight him, there's nothing to abuse. And Mord can't do anything if you just don't fight Mord. So I don't get it. That's not broke. Tim? What is going on? Ah! I needed someone to help me. I was 1v3. Oh, man. Frame dropping? I haven't dropped a single frame. I've got the data on the left. If you see this FPS going down, by the way, it's because I'm tabbing out. But I will say it is a bit lower than it should be. Maybe something happening? I don't know, maybe something's going on in the... Wait, why do I have two of them? Maybe something's going on in the background, like a scan or something. I noticed! Twitch says going nuts about the 2 lost chapters. I noticed, don't worry, don't panic. Wow, that's sloppy. Damn, we wrecked them. Again, my general thing... Okay, confirmed. There'll be another video on the back of this one. Another game. Because we won it quite convincingly. Cool, man. Also, my camera's a bit to the wrong side today. Alright. Sweet. Alright, so I'll give it to the Kane. He played well. He was friendly. Oh, yeah. The Maud doesn't have a 100% win rate anymore. Again, if you just think about how to beat him, I really don't see how Maud wins. If you let him snowball, you fight him in the early game because you underestimate his damage. His third Q does a lot of damage. But if you simply don't go near him, there is nothing that champion can do. Like, just in his design, there's nothing he can do. So I just don't see how people think he's broke. Again, yes, there's the interaction with the shield bash rune and he can have it up all the time, but that still requires you to fight him. If you don't fight him, he doesn't do anything. Anyway, 2-2-3, pretty like standard, I'd say, game, kind of a little bit boring for me, but it was worth the upload, I guess, as well for part 1. So Cho'Gath, again, it doesn't really do that much, but if you limit the Mordekaiser to not snowball, you've done your job. Cho'Gath doesn't need to do damage. Vayne does a lot. Kane does a lot. I do mediocre. An enemy team, on average, actually do more damage but lose the game. But that's going to be it. If you guys did enjoy, throw a like on it. There will be another game happening literally in... Well, because this one lasted 15 minutes, I'll put another one on the back of this in 3, 2, 1... Hey guys, so this is here bringing you another video. Now, welcome to the second part to the video. So it's slightly different, that basically I had this footage spare, and I just thought, hey, let's turn it into the second half to this video, because I didn't know what else I was going to use it for. So what this is, and what I've actually started to do a little bit, is I've been playing a little bit more solo queue in my own time, usually in the evening when I can't do a commentary. And yeah, it's basically, I record the footage, as you can see, it's my perspective without the commentary, so I'm doing the commentary now, and it actually can lead me to be a little bit more educational. So I will say, the reason why, this isn't the best quality Poppy game, but it's just a funny Poppy game. And I thought that would be a great part to the first half of Galio. So we're against a Jax, who arguably is one of the most broken champions in the game right now. If you guys didn't see, you know, last night of me recording this, rioters are back in work. They came back to work on the 7th of January. So literally for the past few weeks, we've had no rioters actually working, no balance team, nothing. That's why nothing's happened to League. So Riot came back yesterday and was like, yo, these are the things we're planning. Meanwhile, they go for a little, you know, cheeky damage and already getting a little bit focused. But these are things we're planning, and they had the buffs, they had the nerfs, and they had one champion that's like, we're going to just change this champion. The one champion that like they're just changing is Akali. There are rumors that she's just going to be reverted. I probably could see it, to be honest, because in her current iteration, I don't see how they're going to balance it by the simple premise of her kit is designed in mind of the W keeping her perma-stealthed. So if they get rid of that, I think her kit falls apart. So potentially a revert is going to happen. Again, Riot's done it before with Rengar and LeBlanc and stuff like that, so it's not unusual. Meanwhile, Jax goes back. He's going to teleport back in. I'm just trying to get a little bit more farm before I have to go back. Again, already getting, you know, ganked is a little bit of a bummer. But one of the, also, the reason why I mentioned this, that one of the other champions that has been, what is on the nerf list is Jax. A certain content creator is probably going to have a heart attack, but yes, he is finally getting nerfed because it is ridiculous, this champion. And my general premise of what I think he's kind of ridiculous is he's an auto-attacking, he's a hyper-carry scaling champion. His damage is too high in the early game. Like, you know, you'll watch here, if memory serves correct, I played this a couple nights ago. So what I'm doing here is just try to keep him in the minions, pop my W just to try and avoid, you know, his jump damage. But you can see, he's getting hit by so many minions, and he still evenly trades with me, and he's got a Doran's Blade. Like, that's just crazy. For a hyper carry scaling late game champion, it's too high damage. It's that simple. So he's getting hit by a little bit of my Qs, but not enough that he's probably going to be that scared. He's going for a bit more damage. Camille's here again. You can see I'm trying to use the Jax to try and escape myself. Fortunately, the Camille W hits me, but holy moly, Camille is coming top all the time. So she's ganked, I think, twice this game, and both have been top lane in 4 minutes. And I will say, I don't know what it is. Me and my stream spoke about this, like, yesterday. I get ganked a lot, and people have started to notice, you know, you might in the videos, but obviously I don't upload every video that I play, but I get ganked a hell of a lot, and I'm trying to work out why. You know, is it my playstyle? Like, is there something about my playstyle that I go too aggressive and I open myself up to ganks more? Is it, like, the one that I don't think it is, but my stream said is, like, do I get recognized? Therefore, you know, people want to gank the YouTuber? I don't think it's that one, but I get ganked a hell of a lot, more than, I'd say, the average player. Anyway, we return back to lane, and some people are like, Huz, you got a Doran's Blade. Yes, I do. The reason why I've got a Doran's Blade is because early game damage, again, I said, across the board, really, is too high. So many champions in League can one-shot nowadays or do too much damage. That's one thing I think League needs to fix. And Poppy does a hell of a lot of damage. For a tank, she does a lot in the early game. And I was like, hell, I'm going to try and fight the Jax and maybe try to get a kill. But then with Camille coming top lane twice already, it's kind of put me a little bit more behind than I normally would. So that plan kind of got ruined already. So Cassio gets a kill on the Blanc. If you're always, you know, if you're wondering, by the way, what is a good pick into the Blanc, obviously I picked up Malzahar a long time ago for it. But Cassio is also a very good pick. Why? Well, you deny her W if you're good at Cassio. Cassio W is a ground mechanic, so anybody that is on Cassio W cannot use any movement-based ability. A flash, a teleportation, a dash, anything like that, a blink. So like Ezreal E is a blink, LeBlanc's W I think is a blink technically. It might be a different term, but you know, it's that kind of thing. Yeah, so it's a really good denial tool. Once again, Camille's top lane. Surprise, surprise. I did actually look up if these guys are duo, but I don't think they are. So I want to run away. For some reason, Lee Sin goes in. I don't know why. The enemy team is splitting a little bit, so Lee Sin dies, but, you know, Jax gets the solo kill. Yasuo comes to clean. I E-Jax into the wall. We're trying to look for a double kill here if we can. LeBlanc's on her way to try and, you know, delay us. I get my Q off just in time, potentially. I W that the LeBlanc gets, you know, stunned. So in the end of the day, it's a 2 for 2 in top lane. But again, Camille's top again. She's only ganked top lane. We are looking for LeBlanc here, but I don't think we're going to manage to get her. There's a ward there. She probably just dropped it while escaping. So yeah, another gank. And again, like I said, I looked up if they're duo and didn't seem to be. Unless it was their first game that they've duoed, and maybe it was, but I get why a Camille would want to gank for a Jax. Like, before, the old way was thinking, oh, I'm not going to gank for a late game champion because they'll eventually be good. That was the, you know, the way of thinking a couple of years ago. What it's turned into now is because Riot's balance has made champions just do too much damage, even like a late game champion like Jax, he's doing a lot of damage in the early game. A jungler's opinion now is, well, I may as well gank for Jax because he scales amazingly into the late game, and his damage is really high in the early game now too. So he just doesn't have a weakness. So that's why Jax and these hyper carries in late game are getting more ganks where they never used to. So he's just doing a bit more damage. You might be questioning what I'm doing. Trying my best there, and if you're wondering what killed me, Corrupting Potion. So I actually played that relatively well and bad. You know, I went too close to him to be greeding for minions, but then I got a really nice W and a really nice ult to get him into tower for a long time. If I survived that, that would have been actually quite good. But unfortunately, you know, that had to happen. Bot lane get a kill. Yasuo doesn't get the 2v1, but pretty damn close. You'll notice my item, I do go for the Glacial Shroud, because again, normally with Poppy you could snowball, go for a Sheen or something like that. This isn't that type of game, but I would say the only benefit we've got is farm-wise, I am staying relatively close. It's not like he's like stomping and way ahead in farm. And also I forgot to mention that it's Cassio bot lane. When I said, you know, she's a good counter, I didn't mean it in this game particularly. She is good in this game, but it's Cassio bot lane and Yasuo mid. Again, I've said it for a while. I don't like the way that League of Legends has gone of recent. In certain circumstances, the damage is too high on champions that shouldn't be doing damage. We've mentioned that. But also, I like boring lanes. I hate mages in bot lane. Like, call me old-fashioned or whatever, that's fine. But I just like generic, give me an AD carry, give me a support. You know, give me a mid laner that can do damage, give me a top laner that either does damage or tanks, and give me a kind of like hybrid type jungler, and great. But I don't know. The game direction of League of Legends is just a little bit, well, it's not what I like, put it that way. Jack's doing a bunch of damage with just a couple auto attacks. He does pop his ult already. But also worth noting, I think, yep, that is before Sheen damage. So he's doing that much damage to a Poppy that's got Glacial Shroud before he even gets Sheen. Yeah, I remember this vaguely. I typed some things in the bottom left because I was just getting bored. Because I just... I was just like, there's nothing I can do. I got focused so heavily. And boom, Camille's top lane again. It's just, you know, this is why I uploaded this game, because there's just not a lot that I can do this game, you know, good old-fashioned fun. So now Jax is going for a tower dive. I walk towards the Camille. It's useless. I'm dead again. And yeah, this is fun. So it would be nice if I got some more pressure, but again, the basic concept of it, I don't fall off as a Poppy, really, but Jax definitely outscales, but Lee Sin does fall off to a Camille. So if Lee Sin comes top lane more to do counter ganks, well, either it'll go well, and that's fine, but if it goes bad, the enemy team benefits from that a lot, because they have two champions that basically outscale us. So if they beat us in the 2v2, we're kind of screwed. Alright, so Lee Sin goes for a kick. I'm looking for my W, just sort of trying to get close. Couldn't even get the vision. Then Camille ults my ult, unfortunately. But we do end up getting a double kill. I only get 1 assist. But yeah, she ults my ult with a really nice dodge. I don't think it was intentional. It was just unfortunate timing. So we kill both of them. And that's what I mean. Like, if he comes top lane, we get both of them. That's awesome. But if that goes bad, that could potentially be us losing the game in top lane. So this is the type of game, as a top laner, you're going to just have to suck it up and kind of go, I'm not having fun. So Jax does a really risky teleport here, and I don't really know why he does this. So he comes in a little bit cocky. He takes a bunch of damage. He's then positioned himself near a wall, so I go for the thing. Luckily, Lee Sin Q lands, and we get another kill. I actually pick it up. So that was really good. You know, Lee Sin landing that Q obviously was very important. But there we go. We get another kill. We waste his teleport. We're getting a bunch of tower gold. And, you know, me and him, I think, are on vaguely the same page. And I'm like, if we can maximize how much tower gold we get here, suddenly this lane goes from being pretty bad for me to then more or less being neutral. Like, I'd love to have the gold statistics here, but I don't have them on hand at this point in the game. But you can see we've now got 3 chunks of the tower so far. We're about to get the 4th. And then in my mind, I'm like, oh, 4 is pretty good. But then I'm like, dude, the tower's died. Let's kill the tower. Why not? And we go for it. Again, it's not going to be first blood tower because bottom lane's already done that. But we go from basically the enemy tower having full health to killing the tower in 1 push. Like, that's pretty good. Like, we get the bonus gold, we kill Jax twice, technically kill Camille once. So that's a really good situation. That actually helped turn the lane around a lot. And now we've got like 1900 gold. And pretty happy, to be honest. So yeah. So Lee Sin's got a lot of gold. I've got a pretty decent amount. Again, I will say, unfortunately, the way that I'm recording this, I can't exactly read what's happening in the chat. It's just really weird quality for me. It will be clear for the actual video, but I can't see what people are saying. I just remember I was typing funny things occasionally due to the boredom. So Jax now is returned to top lane, and he is probably going to end up getting the tower as well. But again, we got it. We got it before, so it's not that bad. It's not the end of the world. It has brung me back into the lane. And we now got an Iceborne Gauntlet. I don't think I'm at the stage... Also, look at the Vayne. You know, this Vayne, I think, got kind of tilted by, you know, playing against a Cassio. And I will say, again, I don't condemn people trolling or anything like that. And again, you'll notice that the moment I come back to lane, boom, I'm going all in on the Jax. Get my W. We're going for a kill. So, again, he's won this lane phase. Really convincing. I do have my flash. I flash to the side, get him into the wall, and boom, we get a solo kill, baby. So after all that, we finally get this Jax dead. And that's what I wanted to do earlier in this game because the Camille came top so much, I just wasn't able to. But what I was saying is I don't condemn... I don't condone troll behavior, and what you'll see the Vayne this game is doing is basically troll. You can see here, it's 3 Doran's blades, 3 daggers. She might even be AFK, I don't really know. But I understand her frustration, but again, if you are something like that, you know, do it in different ways. And what I mean is, she's an AD carry player, and now she's against a Cassio in bot lane. Like, that just isn't fun. Like, I don't find that fun. So again, I get people who just want, like me, who want basic League of Legends games with an AD carry and not a stupid major bot lane, but take your frustration out in a better way. Like, you know, you don't have to troll, you don't have to buy 6 Dorans and daggers and all this type of thing. Like, my honest opinion, if you don't want these in bot lane, the best way of dealing with it is you just beat them. Don't play something like Vayne. Play something like Draven that wins the early game, and if you constantly are beating these mages, people won't want to do it anymore. It's like, God, I'm losing my lane every single time I'm against a Draven or something, where Vayne sucks in the lane phase. So obviously you're going to end up losing. Alright, so Jax goes for an all-in. I might have killed myself if I'm not careful here. Lux Laser, which was an ally Lux Laser. I kind of forgot Lux was on my team. So I was like, oh, dodge the laser! And it was my Lux. But I was dead anyway there because Camille or someone was coming top lane too. Alright, so my bot lane's pushing. Again, you can see the 0-6 Vayne is, I'm pretty sure AFK. I believe she does come back at one stage. And this game, I don't know. I think it turns a little bit spicier than it has been. Let me just find out. Yeah, there's a bunch of the game left. I will say that right now. Yes, I goes for a play. Go for an ultimate. I'm really tired. Apparently, I could read that one. And then what am I saying there? Be boop. I've got no idea. Again, I played this a couple nights ago at like 11 p.m. With my diet and everything, I get very tired later in the day because my body is still adjusting to the new diet. Lee Sin's going for the survival. Does look he's going to do it. Jax doesn't manage to pick himself up the kill. I'm returning to top lane. Build-wise, got myself the Ninja Tabby. Obviously got the Iceborne Gauntlet. And now building two cloth armors that I think I'm going for the Wardens. And basically because it's the movement speed, attack speed debuff. Jax is an auto-attacking champion. You want to try and slow that down. So that's what I'm going for. But once again, you know, one of the reasons why Jax is kind of OP isn't just because the champion is strong. He is in himself, but also his build with eventually when he gets an Essence Reaver, if he gets an Essence Reaver. What that means is you more or less can permanently have your E up, like permanently. If you're constantly auto-attacking things and stuff, you can more or less have it permanently up, so you can't even get auto-attacked. So with the upcoming already announced nerfs that Jax is going to get nerfed, my guesstimate of what they're going to do, I think they're going to hurt Jax quite a lot. I think they're going to hurt his damage, at least in the early game, which I think is warranted. But I also think they're probably going to butcher Essence Reaver because the intended use for Essence Reaver to me has gone out the window. And now this is a bad idea from me, by the way. I go for a fight on LeBlanc, and obviously, yes, Morgana shows up, but I think it was a bad idea to fight her anyway. The reason why is I'm full armor, and she's AP. So that was just a bad idea. But once again, we're in a 2v1. I don't, like, the only time I think we've ever been in a 1v1 this game is when I killed Jax in the 1v1. That's it. That's the only time we've ever done something in a 1v1. And we got a kill. Lee Sin gets engaged on. He is going for a kill. The flash by Morgana ignite. Lee Sin survives because of his damage and then triumph from precision. Yeah, really good survival. Again, the reason why I uploaded this is because I kind of felt it was funny. And I just wanted to show how much I got ganked. But we still managed to get a 1v1 kill versus a Jax, you know, later in the game. So, again, don't always give up the early game. And, you know, it sounds weird. Don't always give it up, even if you're against something that's stronger than you. Jax is 100% outscaling me, but I still managed to do something against him. So that's good. Alright, so we're getting some bunch of tower damage of mid. Then top lane is also pushing into the tier 2. Mob Psycho Season 2 tomorrow. Oh, well, that's already come out. If you've not watched Mob Psycho, the anime, I'd recommend it. It's a bit weird, but it's a good, like, starter anime, I'd say. And episode 1 was good. Alright, so I'm just going to end up pushing this in. Still no Vayne. Again, from memory, she did come back. Because, again, the way that I vaguely know the system works when it comes to punishment, the longer that someone's AFK, the more likely the system's going to pick them up. So if you're somebody that rage quits at 5 minutes and the game lost 25, well, the system knows you've been AFK for 25 minutes. If you're somebody that goes AFK at 10 minutes, you come back 5 minutes later, it's harder for the system to detect. I probably shouldn't have said that because now that again, I know I've got toxic audience. It just, by statistics and probability, you guys do exist, sadly. There's the Vayne in top lane now, by the way. But yeah, so hopefully people don't use that as like a negative way. Lee Sin unfortunately missed that Q. You'll notice that I'm just going for like, screw it. I've had a terrible game. I can't be bothered anymore. I'm just killing the inhib. Sometimes that's just the best thing to do. And yes, maybe grouping and helping my team kill these people would be fine, but they're holding their own in this team fight, and I'm just getting the inhib. I'm like, screw it. We want to end the game. Let's just finish this. It's a frustrating game. Just go for the objectives. Again, remember, kills don't make you win games. They help you win games. What actually wins the game is objectives. More specifically, the Nexus. So the Vayne is near me. And I'm like, oh, I could kill you. I go for a flash play. That looks very clunky, by the way. So she does use heal. I'm going to continue going for it. She potentially going to try and kite me, but not enough to get 100 gold. She had heal up, and I don't know why she just didn't use it when she died in top lane. But you'll notice again, kill her, get her out the way, and we are still then going for the objective. Do one more big auto attack with the Sheen proc, and there we go. We get the Nexus Tower. So this is what I mean. Is sometimes you've had an annoying game, is what I'd say. You have an opportunity to do something good, like, you know, kill the tower or whatever. Do it. You know, just finish the game. Get out of it. Like, again, sometimes the healthiest thing to do when you've had frustrating games is get out of the game. Whether that's, you know, and I'm going to say, whether that's surrendering and be like, you know, oh, I just want to get out of this game no matter what, and that's why people surrender, you know, you avoid tilting in the long run, or it's, you know, the premise of, I don't want to be in this game anymore, let's just win it as quick as possible. So I did, by the way, E the Vayne there, and I just asked him, and again, this wasn't flaming him, this was a genuine question because I didn't know. Can you E off my, can he ultimate off my E? And apparently, yes, you can, but it's like a millisecond that you've got to be already spamming your ultimate before, you know, you basically probably presses E. It's just too quick to react, or too, you know what I mean. But yeah, so the game is continuing. So Vayne is apparently now back in the game. And you, again, got to question people that do this, that they rage quit and they go away for 10-15 minutes. They come back and it looks like they have the intent to win, right? It doesn't look like the Vayne's trolling. She's not just running into people. She is actually fighting. She's just very weak. But, like, if you have the intent to come back and try and win, why did you go AFK for 10-15 minutes? Because you're so, like, even if you continued playing and yes, it still went bad for you, well, you'd still be farming a bit, you'd still be gaining some strength. With this Vayne, because you went AFK, gain no strength. So to me, the logic is just so weird that people do that. Like, if you're going to rage quit, like, again, I don't say it's a good thing, it's not, but just leave the game and let the game end. Don't come back 10 minutes later and prolong the game that you've, like, made terrible for your team. I don't know. I just find it really weird. Again, the whole concept of raging to me is weird anyway in a video game. If you are somebody, and again, I know I've said this for a long time, if you are somebody that rages in League of Legends, I really urge you to stop playing the game. Because you're not using it for its intent. Like, a video game should be, like, stress-free, relaxing, just nice. And if you're having your free time and you're, one, ruining your own free time by raging and hurting other people's free time by raging at them, go play something else. Like, League is just not for you. And maybe, hell, a lot of people, I think, get ragey at online multiplayer games. Maybe play single-player games. Like, this should be your chill, stress relief time, not causing stress. Huzzy PSA. Alright, so we get Baron. Lee Sin goes for a questionable play, so he does end up dying. We're probably just going to look to end the game, though, because, again, don't dilly-dally. I have, by the way, lost games. Go for an ultimate. And, by the way, I hit that LeBlanc, but she didn't die. She had so little health. How good would that have been if I got that kill? But I've lost games from this point. You know, so believe it or not, when you played for as long as I have, you've lost games and won games from the weirdest situations. I have lost games from somebody that was AFK at level 1 before the remake system was a thing. I've lost games by them being AFK for the first 10 minutes, us winning the early game, obviously. Yes, I goes for a questionable play. I'm just going to go for a bit of tower damage, but my team just gets absolutely owned. The tower is dying, but not quick enough. I decide to try and just run as much as I can. We got a few people low health, but not low enough, and boom, we're just dying. So very, very sloppy. Again, this is what can happen. This is how you lose games when you've got this lead, because so many people think, free win. And then you get sloppy, and then they're a Vayne, for example. They're a great late-game champion, and then they suddenly get really strong. It can happen. So never take it for granted. That's why I say, like, you know, I was just suddenly going for objectives, because I was like, we're ending the game. Screw it, we're ending. I'm finished. Let's do it. Getting that in here, killing the Nexus Tower earlier. That's sometimes the 100% best thing to do. Alright, so they're again going for a fight. Lux, I'm just like, yo, go for the Nexus, let's go. And nope. Game doesn't end. I was, by the way, tempted right here. I remember, like, do I teleport? Like, am I tanky enough that I could just teleport and just end the game with W? I didn't go for it because, again, that's how you throw games. Like, yes, it could have been the glory, we win. But it also very easily could be, oh, Poppy died for free. The enemy team can now group together while We have 3 people dead. You know, if I died, we have Lee Sin, Lux, and Poppy dead. Let's just snowball and do stuff. Like, again, that's how you lose games from this point. So I just thought, nope, let's not do that. Let's just let people respawn. Let's group together. And just, like, if we're 5 people, that no one engages early, no one mucks up, we should be able to end very easily. Alright, so Jax, very strong champion. Right now, you've got to be careful of his damage for sure. I'm just with my Cassio because she's actually really strong too, from memory. The Yasuo didn't have bad strength. But again, Yasuo's tend to try and do their own thing for some reason. You can see here, Yasuo's getting caught in top lane, so I'm like, I'm coming! Then I get bound. And right now the decision making is pretty hard, so I'm like, oh god. Then I get caught by the Morgana shield, and then I'm completely caught. So I try to go up, and I was going to flash over that wall, got caught behind it. So I tried to go save Yasuo, and I ended up getting caught. You can see me in the chat going, yo, can we just group? And some people say, but Huz, you just got caught. Again, I got caught trying to go save the Yasuo, but, you know, it was a bad situation. If we are just 5 from the beginning, there's nothing the enemy team could do. I don't know why Yasuo went top lane, because all we really need to do at this point, group 5, go mid lane, and just end the game. They've got no Nexus towers. Like, just kill them. I'd say the best time to, like, because, you know, some people will try to use my own lessons against me here. Huz, but you've got 2 inhibs, and top lane is the one that's open. Yeah, but when you've already killed the Nexus towers, you may as well just end the game ASAP. Like, just finish the game. Alright, so I go for a teleport play, because I don't want my team to be kind of alone, if that makes sense. So they're getting kind of engaged on, kind of not. It wasn't fully committed. Yasuo's in mid lane running his way back, so I'm here now. So I was hoping that, like, they'd go for an engage, but they didn't. And now, whereas 4, we don't have the Yasuo yet, so we still have to be a little bit careful, but at least I'm with the bulk of my team, which again, this is why this game's been delayed, I'd say for at least 5-10 minutes, is because it's felt delayed. I get rid of the Camille, by the way. Now, Jax is here alone by himself, so we kill Jax, I get rid of the Camille, Yasuo is in the mix. So far, not really doing that much, he gets basically killed for free. Go on the Vayne, she gets killed, and that's probably going to be the game. Try to kill the Camille. She does go down eventually, get a bunch of assists. And there we go. So again, this should have been a really free win, basically instantly. I W the Blanc, unfortunately gets the Cassiopeia killed. I'm like, screw it, I'm not chasing you, we're ending the game. So there we go. That is the game. So that's the 2-parter, Galio and Poppy. First Galio game, Snowball, my whole team. This game, bit of a weird one. Top lane, we got ganked like crazy. And I will say just a little bit, this Poppy game was technically recorded before the Galio one, so that's why it's a bit weirder rating. But yeah, we finished 4-8-7. Not a great performance, I will say, but again, when you're getting ganked that much, there's not a lot you can do. But there you go, damage-wise, we beat a Yasuo. We're in the mix, so it's not like we had a bad performance, we just got limited by how much we could do. But if you guys did enjoy, throw a like on it. Again, if you like this style and you don't mind it as much, obviously I do want to play more League on my own, and I can just record this type of gameplay and just commentate over another time. But I'm probably a little bit rusty at this style, so don't rate it entirely off this commentary. I will get better. But anyway, like, subscribe. See you guys next time. See ya.